Welcome to Space Pathways Dialogues, where we go beyond our boundary. This knowledge mobilization series explores how the global space economy connects creativity, engineering, finance, law, science, technology, and social impact, cutting across traditional industries and ecosystems. Through expert voices, lived experiences, and storytelling, we uncover the skills and transformational leadership needed to unlock new opportunities in space, to empower neighborhoods and sustainable communities. Listen to Space Pathways on Fresh FM Radio London every Saturday at 12 p.m. Download the app today or listen on your smart speakers.
Hello and welcome, Chanté and CynKia. How are you?
Hello.
Good, thank you.
Good, thank you.
Good to meet you, and welcome to this Space Pathways Dialogues, as we call them.
Yes, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
So I'll start with you, CynKia. Tell us a bit about your role at Saranova Technologies.
Well, again, it's great to meet you and have this opportunity to talk to you. I am the Chief Operations Officer for Saranova.
Okay. And Chanté?
Well, hello, I am Chanté Larmond. Again, thank you so much for having us. And I am the CFO here at Saranova. So handle all things money, make sure we're investor ready. And of course, it's exciting to be here.
Great. Chanté, what made you say yes to Saranova Technologies?
Wow. By far, Saranova Technologies, it's really the vision combined with the intention behind the company. Saranova Technology, we're building an infrastructure for how people experience wellness, technology, the human connection on a more intelligent and accessible way. So from the CFO perspective, I most certainly looked at whether this was something that could actually scale responsibly. And I love the leadership team. It's not just thinking creatively, but more so long term. So, Saranova, they care about the systems, sustainability, impact, but ultimately building something with real staying power. And so for me, it was a no-brainer.
Excellent. CynKia, from your role, what do you believe Saranova Technologies is building?
So we are building tools that help people's business solve problems. So, we're just trying to build apps to say, we're not trying to build apps just to say we build apps, right? We're building systems that support how people work, how they communicate, how they manage stress, how they make decisions. We want to make sure that we're helping people to move through their daily lives.
Okay.
So, from an operations perspective, what excites me is that these products are connected to real human need. So, we want to use technology to be useful, practical, and easy to understand. So at the end of the day, Saranova Technologies is building healthier, more productive, more connection, more support.
Excellent. Chanté, what makes Saranova Technologies different from a typical wellness or tech company?
So it's interesting that you say that, because it kind of bleeds right into what CynKia just said from the standpoint that, what really makes our Saranova Technologies different is that we are focused on platforms, systems, and actually how they improve the quality of people's lives and connect and function day to day. So we value, diversity in leadership and perspective. And for me, I just feel like innovation happens faster when different lived experiences are part of the decision-making process. So similar to what CynKia mentioned, we're building something meaningful and not just marketable, which by far is all the difference.
And staying with you, Chanté, that kind of leads us to what kind of partners or investors would be the right fit for Saranova Technologies?
So we're interested in partners and investors who believe in true innovation and creating long-term value. So at Saranova Technologies, we're building intentionally. So alignment in values is just as important as alignment in numbers. We're especially drawn to partners who are human-centered
Okay.
and understand our mission. It's ultimately about improving the quality of life for anyone that interacts with our products and our platforms.
Okay, that's great. Great system that you're developing there.
Yeah.
CynKia, we actually met at Spacecom in London,
We did.
and that was in March, and of course with your great CEO, Trisha.
Yes.
So when we think about Saranova Technologies' focus on US companies and international companies as well, what is your kind of approach and why?
So I think that we want to establish, obviously, a strong relationship, right, within the U.S. Territory,
Mhm.
while we also pursue, international opportunities strategically,
Right.
which is why we were at Spacecom when we met you.
Yeah.
Stress behavior is not just a US concern, it's a
Of
global
course.
concern, right?
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
limiting our focus on a region, it really does limit our focus on a major impact,
Yeah.
right? From a global perspective. So, global expansion allows us to build broader partnership,
Mhm.
increase innovation, and through diversity, from a diversity perspective, we want to make sure that we can scale our solution
Mm.
and we can serve people worldwide.
Of course, and you're networking and learning from other approaches as well, which is
Absolutely.
important, isn't it?
Yes,
And,
absolutely.
and connecting with people from different backgrounds, different perspectives. It's all
That's right.
part of that mix that we've got to understand in terms of human development.
Exactly.
Yeah. And concerns, of course.
Right. I mean, it's funny because for as much as we are different, right, from a human perspective, we
Yeah,
really are very similar.
absolutely.
And so what is beautiful about what we're providing is we are able to hone in on what is similar and make
Mhm.
those various, changes, impacts, influences.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, and I think touching on that, I think what we're recognizing, or what you're saying that I'm recognizing, there are a common set of values, aren't there, amongst people as well,
That's right.
regardless of our background, culture, status, or our location. And I guess if Saranova Technologies can tap into that, that's
Absolutely, we
quite
will.
important. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
yeah, excellent, excellent. So this is a question for you both. Let's start with Chanté. Chanté, what product or platform inside Saranova Technologies excites you the most and why?
Right now, I would have to say CynKia Luna. CynKia Luna, it creates a lot of nostalgia for me. From the very moment that the idea was presented, watching it all come together, and then we, of course, presented it at Spacecom in
Mhm.
London, and so there's so many, just the journey
Mm.
of bringing CynKia Luna to life. There's so many amazing moments for me that it's definitely one of my favorites for now.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And CynKia?
So for me, excuse me, given my operational background, we have a platform. It's called CynQ. It excites me because it rethinks operational efficiency,
Mhm.
and it's really at the human level. And so instead of functioning as another isolated productivity tool, it competes with other platforms like Microsoft Teams,
Yeah.
Azure
Right.
DevOps,
Right.
and Slack. Uh, by creating a more unified and intelligent SaaS system. So what stands out for me from a COO perspective is the ability to streamline communication, collaboration, project management, CRM functions, even right down to like education, even going into the medical field, things of that nature. So, I believe that the combination of um, the human-centered technology and what positions CynKia, it's transformative. So I use the system, and it's really changed the way I'm able to operate from a project management perspective, even right down to my team.
Excellent, excellent. And Chanté, what does it mean to help lead a female-led diverse technology company?
Wow. It means a great deal.
Of
It
course.
means a great deal.
That's right.
Because honestly, representation changes perspective.
Absolutely.
And so we are helping demonstrate that leadership, innovation, financial strategy, scalability, it's not limited to one background or one perspective or one demographic. I also think it sends an important message for younger professionals,
Mhm.
future founders, that there's space for them to lead boldly in technology and business. Um, it's meaningful to really help build something that people can see themselves in. And so there's a responsibility that I didn't initially consider. And it's amazing.
Yeah. And Chanté, your perspective on that as well?
CynKia,
So
me.
CynKia, sorry.
um, for me, it means Black and brown women can
Yeah,
be innovative.
yeah.
It's not just the other side. It
Aspirational
means
as well.
that's right,
Yeah,
exactly. And so for me, it's about like the fact that Black and brown women are skilled in technology,
yeah,
right? Like we're not just tunnel vision in one way or another.
yeah,
It means that, like Chanté said, I can, as a brown woman, I can say to my daughter, my
yeah.
7-year-old, my 24-year-old,
Right.
look at me, like you can do it. I can say to my neighbor, you can do this too. And it seems intimidating,
Yeah,
but it's not. And it's fun and it's fulfilling. So I I never expected in my background to be a part of a technology company ever.
yeah,
And so for me, it really is also about looking in the mirror and being proud
yeah,
of myself
yeah.
and
Yeah.
knowing that I am impacting and contributing in a major way.
And it's so important, as you said, from your background, you didn't expect to, be part of running a technology company, but also
Yeah,
what we're also talking about the improvement of services and innovation to meet the needs of our communities as well, you know,
absolutely.
which is really great.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I
yeah, go ahead, Chanté.
I was going to say, kind of piggybacking on what you said, because you bring up a good point, um, I always wanted to help people. You always know you want to help people.
Mhm.
That's right.
And at least from my perspective, when you think of that, most people have their go-tos. The thought of doing so in technology and in a way
Yeah.
that impacts people the way that these platforms, they do, it is something, it's one of those things where, you think you're dreaming big and you think you're
Yeah,
thinking big
yeah.
until you actually think big, and then it's like, whoa.
Hmm.
Wow. Is that me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And the great thing with it, and we had the response from the dialogue earlier on with Trisha, that so many people said, great, we didn't even realize that women were leading such an entity in this particular world, in this world of tech. So
Yeah.
again, you you may be surprised or may not be, but there's been a great impact from, our listeners and viewers to the fact that,
That's awesome.
we have this female-led, coming from USA Caribbean origin as well.
Very
It's
grateful.
a,
Yeah.
it's
That's
a,
right.
it's a great,
Yeah.
it's a great because it, again, it's raising the aspirations of our young people. It can be done if they've got the desire and the drive and the perseverance. They can do it.
Absolutely. Dreams come true.
Absolutely. Absolutely. CynKia, what should people do if they want to work with, invest in, or partner with Saranova Technologies?
Well, you can reach us at our amazing website. It is absolutely phenomenal. Saranova Technologies at saranovatechnologies.ai. And you can also stop by our Instagram page, Saranova Technologies. We are open to aligned clients, investors, and partners. So yeah, like we support consumer technology, or consumer products, business systems, digital platforms, prototypes, and technology strategies. So those are the two main ways to get in touch with us. So please do not hesitate to do so.
Okay. Chanté, is there anything you'd like to add to that?
No, I mean, ultimately just the, again, come on over, saranovatechnologies.ai, and, take a look at what it is that we do. And, one thing I like to tell people, I mean, Saranova Technologies, we're being built with intention, and so again, if you're focused on innovation, accessibility, sustainable growth, meaningful impact, we've talked about that all throughout the interview, truly meaningful impact. This is only the beginning. So we're excited about, the future that we're building. And we, of course, would love to partner with those that are also aligned with that mission.
Great. And a question for the closing question, I should say, for both of you. How can people reach you both?
Chanté, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So once again, definitely you can, contact us on, get to us through the website, through our social media platforms. And then, of course, me personally, it's my email, of course, is clarmond at saranovatechnologies.ai. And so again, we definitely love to align. And if you do reach out, we most certainly, we'll give you a very quick turnaround time. And so,
Great.
I welcome, anyone that wants to reach out, definitely.
Great. And CynKia?
My email address is cblake@saranovatechnologies.ai. I'm not even going to reiterate anything that Chanté said so eloquently. It was perfect. So you got the message. Reach out. We'll reach back out. We'll respond.
Great. And I think you're both perfect, and you've been a great representation for Saranova Technologies. Well done.
Thank you.
And I look forward to meeting you again very soon. Thank you.
We sure will.
Space Pathways.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good day.